Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Thank you so much for continuing to watch. In this segment, I have an amazing organization I just cannot wait to tell you about. It is called drawchange. I'm here with Jeannie Lovato and Alexis Veer. Thank you both ladies for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Jeannie, tell me how this all came about. Where did drawchange even come from?
I'm a fine artist by trade, went to art school, and pretty much I just realized what a difference art's made in my whole entire life. My parents never, pushed it away, and it just really helped me develop as a person and helped me whenever I was having problems in life. And so I knew once I graduated art school, I have to do something to continue to help more and more children as the arts helped me. And then in 2009 is when I started drawchange.
That's amazing. And for an artist, I'm sure it's just amazing when you hear things like they're taking art out of school, they're taking music out of school, they're trying to focus on just STEM, and people don't understand how arts and music and dance and those things help other aspects of education, help kids to go, when they're going through things, if they're being bullied. The range is so broad. Have you seen that in your work and just how the transformation in the kids?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's amazing. We go to homeless shelters here locally, and we spend just about an hour with the children, and we actually track their behavior from the beginning of the hour to the end of the hour and cumulatively over the year. And we now have data that shows how some of them might come in to our program just sad or mad or anything, and then towards the end of the program they're just happy and excited and so excited to show their parents their artwork.
That's
it's immediately
visible. Gratifying.
Absolutely.
I mean, so seriously, whenever you leave one of those sessions or leave a session with children, you've got to know that you've made a difference in a baby's life. Like, that's crazy. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you.
And I think, I had another guest on who I'd worked with for several years, Kate's Club. And we're talking, and she goes, and then this organization called drawchange comes in, and and so it's just, you never know how wide the reach it really is. And it's amazing, and people love what you do. Alexis, tell me how you got involved. Why did you decide to become a volunteer for drawchange?
Well, when I was in high school, I was part of a program that you needed to do community service.
Oh.
So I went to school 2 to 3 days a week, and then the other 2 days a week I was to do community service. And so I ended up getting involved with homeless children in Indianapolis. And I had my own children, and my son is in college now, and my daughter is a junior in high school. And I always had this dream of bringing musical instruments and art supplies to children. And so I learned about Jeannie's organization, and I thought, this is the perfect time to get involved. And so I just started volunteering with her at one of the shelters, and it's just been unbelievable.
Gotta be.
The hardest part is the children, we want them to move on and go, but you end up falling in love with them, and then they're gone, and then that's the toughest part of it. And
right.
So, but hopefully the art that we give them will stay with them the rest of their life.
Wow. Well, can you tell me, how do you choose what types of art you do with them? Do you kind of, choose it before you get to each particular organization or shelter?
We have a curriculum that we follow, and we have categories. So we focus on empowerment, on creation, on the theme of how home is where the heart is, things like that. And I'm also in communication with the homeless shelters, with the behavioral therapists at the shelters, and I ask them, so what's going on? Because it usually, it happens in ebbs and flows. So they might have truancy problems this month, and the next month they have behavior problems. So we focus our programs with them according to what's going on.
That's just amazing.
Emotionally.
Before I get too far though, what's your website? Because I'm sure now people are like, I've never even heard of this. It's like this little shell, this little secret that only I know about. You know what everybody should know?
www.drawchange.org.
Drawchange.org.
Yes.
And again, this is all around the metro area. Like I said, I didn't even know Kate's Club had ever even heard of drawchange. So it's not just homeless shelters, but you bring this to children in need, period.
Right.
That's kind of your thing. That's, it doesn't have to be a specific need, but just as long as, because you know the benefits of it.
Right. It's just, our tagline is empowering impoverished children through art. So whatever that means, that's very broad. The Kate's Club is helping children get over grieving. So whatever, yeah.
Man, that's so exciting. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Is there anything that we could do? Do you guys have a wish list? Do you need more volunteers? What can the community do to help drawchange just get bigger and better and reach every child that needs you?
We definitely need a larger office space. We're growing so fast that's where we are now, where we need a space pretty much just that volunteers can come help us to do some of the behind the scenes work, and we're actually looking for someone who can partner with us and help us with subsidized rent or something like that in the community. That's probably one of our biggest needs, right?
Yeah.
That's a great problem to have at this juncture.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean? Because the bigger you get, the more kids you can help. And so, yay for the growth. But if you can help, if you've got an office space out there or something that you can contribute, this is the time to make that donation. Go ahead and give that website one more time.
www.drawchange.org.
www.drawchange.org. Please take the opportunity to learn a little bit more about this fantastic organization. Some people just don't realize the importance of what art and music and giving a child something creatively to do to help them get out of a space that they need to escape from, whether, again, that is a mental situation with bullying, or whether that is grieving, or whether that is literally the situation of being homeless. Take the time to learn a little bit more about Draw Change and make yourself the change in a child's life. How about that? Stay tuned for Focus Atlanta every week here on Atlanta CW. I'm your host, Keisha Lansford.